Okay, so this is a testimonial review of something I just did. And it's called Lifebook. It's from Mindvalley. If you see the ads, which you probably will because I just mentioned it, and once you type it, it pops up. Okay, so I, before committing or even thinking like I'm gonna give them my money, right? I was really like I could not smile. I couldn't make myself smile. I couldn't have emotions. I have been struggling to use my tears and cry for years. So there's a lot of backstory to all my little things that I've come to realization, okay? So this is not my book. These are just notes for me to tell you guys some information. And I learned a lot. And so before I was numb to everything, and we bought this house. I have a kid that I always wanted, and I have a husband. So I have no reason, right? No excuse. At least that's my husband. He's on this whole other thing. Like now I get more of and understand him a little bit more and why he gives me a hard time. Now he thinks that his way is a good way to try to motivate me and get me to do things, and now I'm realizing, okay, so he was trying to help in his rude way. And it was the tough love thing, like, yeah, that's what he knows, and so that's what he was trying, and it wasn't working. I think it, like, for me, I felt like it pushed me down more, and definitely I have realized that I stopped trusting my own intuition and everything I know about myself my whole life. So that also brought me into the place of unknown, like, what's wrong with me right now? Why can't I be happy? You know, those were how I was before this quest. And after, I don't know if I should just read it straight to you. I could see all the reasons. Okay, so this is a story. I was like asking around, like, should I do this? What do you think? Ask your friends, shop around, try to figure out, like, is this the self-help thing that I need in my life? It's $500, and everybody's like, hell no, you don't need to spend that kind of money on that. And I'm like, well, they're actually saying I can get my money back after completing the whole class. And so I'm like, that sounds like a win-win. Free, but you hold my $500 for me until, that's like, I couldn't find anybody who was on my side about that. And so the week before the last day you could pay and be in that class, I was sitting at my desk, not even thinking about it, and I started crying. And I realized it was because if I don't do this, if I don't sign up for this class right here, right now, my husband might leave me, he might divorce me, he might kick me out. Just like, I don't see myself being able to fix myself without help, right? And everybody thinks that you can, and I'm even now after completing it, I'm like, I guess I could, in those people's opinions, yeah, sure, it seems that simple, like I could have done that without them. But no, it's really the steps that it took me to do it every day. And it's a class, you're going to school, you're learning, and it puts you into a mode of habits. Like, I'm automatically building the habits that I've been scared to even sign up for. I'm like, Jordan Page's block schedule, one perfect example. I'm like, there's nothing to put in my block because I'm scared I'm not going to be able to do it or commit or even remember. And then I just didn't listen to my alarms, and so that wasn't working. And I'm like, a block schedule should work for me. It's me listening to the alarms, and following the habits and actually doing it. To put the timer on the watch, and when it goes off, stop everything you're doing and listen. Anyways, that's a block schedule. That's a whole nother story. Go over there. Go watch her YouTube. It's not even a part. What I'm saying is, I benefited from the first day of class, and because I was committed to getting my money back, nobody agreed, especially not my husband. So I'm not about to spend his money. That's a whole nother topic. If you want to comment, we can talk about it. So my motivation to do this every day, I didn't get to stay on point with class, and that was fine. I got to catch up by pushing myself to do it and complete it, and you really can not follow along with class and be a little behind. But those live calls are so beneficial to be on the same topic as them, because then you can ask your questions that aren't already answered, because there is a full resource of all the questions you have. I'm sure it's been answered there, and we would love to actually see some new questions. Yeah. Okay. Anyways, this saved us as a couple, our parenting. It's definitely gonna help, because that was another thing he was just saying. My husband was saying we should pay for a parenting class. This is it. I mean, it's not, but it is. It works for me. And then I can use this to move up to more learning and more educating myself. That's another thing that came out of this. I'm one of those, like, I hated school. I felt like there's no need, especially with the internet now. I'm like, why should I even bother? I paid a little bit for college, and then I was like, okay, I can get all this information online, right? But it's the commitment. It's the sitting down. It's the actually doing. It's the actual learning. It's the actual, like, focus on what you're doing. Right now, I can't even focus in this conversation. I'm going to get sidetracked, right? I'm talking about somebody else. But practice and continuing to do the daily really helped me. It really just brought another level. My husband's noticed things, and I haven't even gone on to the second step. So there's technically 3 stages if you really want to understand it, because I didn't get it until after, like, yesterday. And it's the $500 that you can get back, and then it's a dollar to a mastery, and that's, I think, like a 30-day event, like, thing. But it's all unlimited access once you're, and then the membership, there's a yearly membership for, like, to that mastery. So for the 30 days it's only $1, but then after the 30 days they charge the yearly, and the yearly is like $249. So technically I would categorize it as 3 phases, because the mastery is the yearly membership. But if you want to try the mastery for 30 days and then say, I can handle this on my own because I'm doing so great, right? But some people can't do it so great. Like me, I've always had a time management problem and a priority issue. I don't know how to say it. I think that's what I was saying. Then what else? So gratitude, I've been doing daily, the 6 phase meditation, also Mindvalley. There's an app for that too. So if you just go to your app gallery and look up, just look up Mindvalley. I mean, yeah, go to the app, but when you are in, I don't know if you know, Google Play has a feature where you can select the company that made that app, right? That's how you know you can trust the app. It's made by the right company, not one of those fake people. And that's how they get you. So pay attention to who made the app, then click on that, and then download everything from Mindvalley. Everything they have, just download it and try them all. There's free features in each app, okay? So the best things in life are free. And so there's a lot of extra notes here. I'm trying to say, there were 3 takeaways that I had. I sort of already mentioned a bunch, but I didn't have a printer, and so I wrote on this paper a composition book, 2 notepads, And I have another book that was my original like Lifebook plan, right? So I have another video on that. You can see, be open to meditation, because the best thing you can do is meditate before him. And so, and you get to share it. It's a when you pay that $500, it's a 2-person thing. So, my husband and me could do it. He didn't want to, so I could, let a loved one join me on that quest, but I personally didn't have anybody to join me. So that second feature could have gone to somebody very nice. I should have, hindsight 2020, I would have made it a giveaway, like, who wants to do this with me? And yeah, I couldn't even find anybody who wanted to approve me doing it by myself. So okay, so that's another thing, takeaways and how I felt. You got to have those hard conversations, and you got to build the goals. And I don't know what else I was going to say besides, you can see that I'm different. My husband can see that I'm better off. And I'm going to actually sign up for Mindvalley's All Access, $5.99 for the year, and it's an annual thing, and they have 30 classes. It's like $27,000. Who knows how much they could have cost, but 30 different classes. They all were about $400 each if you wanted to do them individually, or somebody who has done them. There's people who've been on Mindvalley for years, and they probably paid that, right? So this is a really cool feature that they're adding, the $5.99 for a whole year. So that's really where I'm going next right now. I need more self-help. I know for a fact I know myself. That's the thing. You know yourself. And this helped me realize and see those things. Like, what was I doing? What have I been doing with myself? I've just like rolled up into a little dough ball and sat there and been doing not me, right? I've been a puddle of nothing, not me. I don't know what to say, except for now I can see all along I've had great intuition, and all along I've had the same, mostly, goals that I still can try to achieve. And it's more the negativity, and just like when I tried to ask somebody, do you think this would be so great for me or what? And nobody was on my side. So they didn't experience it, so they don't know. And so I just have to trust me. And that's one thing I really took away, is the fact that I've been letting my intuition just float away, and it's good that I found it again right now, and very quickly came back to me, and I just, a lot of people don't really understand the intuition, and so I guess I sort of like let that in for a while and think like, oh, what am I talking about? There's no such thing. But there really is. And our bodies know things that we don't even know. So meditating daily is my new best friend. I think that also has helped because of the gratitude. And that 6 phase really helped. Marissa Peer really helped. So if you can get it done, combine it with a little extra meditations and things, then you can get to where I am, and probably even better off than where I am. So networking, it's all a part of it. You get a little social media. Everything's so amazing. Thank you so much for watching my review. This is for Mindvalley and Lifebook. Thank you so much. See y'all later, loved ones. Bye.